Okay, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, so I just wanna talk about Fable because it has been delayed again. Just today it was announced that they are delaying this thing again. If I'm not mistaken, this game was announced in 2020, I think, at least officially, because it was rumored to have been worked on for way before that. At least since they did buy Playground Games. So at least a couple of years earlier, at least they probably started at least planning the game, not maybe working because it was probably in pre-production by then. But yeah, they were still discussing. They were already discussing the game at least in 2018. So in 2020, it was officially announced, and now they are delaying it in 2000. They are delaying it to 2026. And you know what the funny thing is? What the funny thing is that they're showing new footage of the game and claiming this is a pre-alpha. Like, are you fucking kidding me? After 5 years, they're still doing pre-alpha shit. This is just insane to me. Like, this game should be pretty much finished at this point. If I'm not mistaken, like pre-alpha, when a game is in pre-alpha, it's pretty much in its first stages of development. A lot of things are not set in stone. A lot of things can change. We're talking about a game that's, I mean, according to them, is gonna come out in a year. But if they're still in the pre-alpha stage, I doubt this game is gonna come out in 1 year. This is an even worse situation than like Halo Infinite. It's taking them this long to make at least what it seems to be from the footage, like a Witcher 3 clone, more or less. The combat seems similar, and yeah, graphics of course are better because it's almost a decade later. But I don't see not anything special with this game other than the name, which is mostly nostalgia at this point because Fable 1 was a very hyped game. Was one of my most hyped games for me, at least. And it was my first, let's say, I mean, I don't know, is Fable 1 considered open world? But let's say it was my first big open world, even though it's not really open world, it's more like big corridors. Open world RPG. Fable was my first one in that sense. I did play RPGs before, but they were not open world. They were more action oriented games, so like 2D action RPGs and so on. And yeah, then Fable 2 came out on 360, and then Fable 3 came out, which pretty much killed the series because Fable 3 did have some interesting ideas, but the gameplay was fucking atrocious. And yeah, now they're rebooting it, but honestly, I don't know. I have no faith in this thing, in this project, because not only is it taking so much for it to come out, and this just is a big red flag in my opinion, because it shows that they are not really sure on what they want to do, on which direction they want to go. And second, the other problem is that Playground Game is really not a proven studio when it comes to third-person games, because so far what have they done? They've done only Forza Horizon. So yeah, I mean, unless I'm mistaken, but pretty sure they've only made Forza Horizon so far. So they have a lot to prove in this sense. And I don't know how Microsoft can be comfortable delaying all these mediocre games with Game Pass. Like, they've had a lot of delays, a lot of flops so far. Like at best, when a game comes out from them, it's okay, but nothing special. It's actually pretty underwhelming, kind of like the Indiana Jones game. It was a 6 out of 10 for me. I even said it in my video. But this one, I don't know. It seemed interesting at the beginning because it's still Fable, but it seems like I don't know. It's gonna be kind of a walk fest with the ugly protagonist and so on. Because I've seen people claiming that you can create your own character, but as far as I know, Fable never had a character creator, like a character editor. It was always predetermined. You could play in the first one. You could only play as a man, but in the other two, you could play as also as a woman. Your appearance changed based on your actions in the game. So if you if you were a good person in the game, you will have angelic features like clear skin tone. I think you will even grow a halo on your head, and it's the opposite if you were evil. So you will grow a darker skin and horns and so on. And also the game had scars. Like if you got hit a lot, you will develop. Your character will show scars on your face and so on, which was pretty. I mean, it was pretty cool for a game on the first Xbox for sure. And then the others followed through, but it was still pretty much what the game was. There was no tutorial, like there was no character creator. The character was predetermined and so on, as far as I remember. So the only thing they've managed to do is show off an ugly ass character and some okay like gameplay, which should be the standard at this point. Like I said, Witcher 3 is 10 years old. That's the standard, the bare minimum, let's say, when it comes to gameplay for a 3D open world action RPG, let's say. And I also have to say that, in my opinion, Witcher 3 didn't really age that well, but that's a topic for another story or video. So now they're still financing this fucking game after all these years, and it's not even sure to come out next year. So what the fuck are these guys doing? This is just laughable, in my opinion. Then when you say that Microsoft is just incompetence central, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. They keep releasing either mediocre games or 6 out of 10 games at best. They are only propped up by the shields, by the fact that you can play them or try them without really buy them thanks to Game Pass. So the only game from in this year that I'm waiting for from them is Doom: The Dark Ages, because that one probably is gonna be worth buying. But other than that, I'm not expecting anything from them. The fact that they need another year, but in my opinion, it's not gonna take another year. This is gonna take longer, because, like I said, if this is really pre-alpha footage, this is not gonna be finished in 1 year. But what do I know? I'm sure they know better than me, because because Mama Microsoft is giving them cash to keep working on this Walkfest. So I don't know. It's just disappointing. As a guy who did play the first Fable and enjoyed it a lot, plus all the two remaining games, despite not being very good, especially the third one. The second one was okay. This is just disappointing. Plus with the ugly ass character. So I don't know. We'll see. Also, yeah, funny note. they have leaked Assassin's Creed Shadow. On a funny note, so if something interesting comes out when it comes to its story, I will make another video about it. But if not, yeah, I'll talk about something else. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.